So for number 3, what are the restrictions? Okay, take a moment, see if you can write down the restrictions. X cannot equal to what? Okay, X cannot equal to X cannot equal to 3, and X cannot equal to -3. And when you look at this equation, can you see something that should catch your attention? Anything that catches your attention? Factor out the x squared minus 9. So that should be pretty special. Okay. So you want to factor it out because that could give you a better view of what the denominator is. And now that you have this x squared minus 9 factored, then now we ask the same question that we asked in the previous 2 questions, which is, what would be the common denominator of these fractions and yeah, what would be the common denominator? That would be x plus 3 times x minus 3. So that's the common denominator, okay, for these fractions. If you multiply the x plus 3, x minus 3, you will see how it effectively cancels out the denominators. Now, just a reminder that you will distribute, okay, because of the minus. So on the left, you can see that the x minus 3 will get canceled out. So you would have just 3 times x plus 3, okay, left. On the right, when this is being distributed to the first fraction on the right-hand side, well, the denominator would be completely gone because of the cancellation, okay? And then the same thing will get distributed to the second fraction. So you have 2x times x minus 3, okay? Now, I would tell you this, when I was learning this when I was a kid, it took me some time to realize that we are still distributing, okay, because of the subtraction. We are distributing, so while these we get canceled out for the first fraction, we have the same thing to distribute to the second fraction. So that's why you have an x minus 3 at the end, okay? So make sure that you know it is just simple distribution. And afterwards, we have just your typical quadratic simplification. And as I said before, if you see quadratic, the first thing that you would consider is to put everything on one side and see if you can factor. Okay, so go ahead, take a moment, see if you can factor and find out what the x is equal to. And so if you can capture the idea of multiplying the common denominator, that single idea, then you will see how simple this topic is. And by the way, this technique of canceling out the denominators is not just something for this unit, okay? It is something that you want to hold on to it for, you know, as long as you are taking math classes. Okay, so I think that should be the way. Okay, to factor the 2x squared plus 3x minus 9, it will be 2x minus 3 times x plus 3. So you have 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, So 2x is equal to 3. X is going to 3/2. On the other side, x is equal to -3. So we have two solutions here. Any question? Any question here? Yes, that's the question right here. There's a huge question right here. We found out that x is equal to -3, but then at the very beginning, the restriction says x cannot be 3 or -3. So now you have these two clashing with each other. Well, what does it mean? It means that your hard work of finding x equals to -3, it's not going to stand. It will not be a solution because when you put in -3 into the x's, well, for this particular x here, if you put to this put -3 here, you have a denominator of 0 and you will not have anything left because it will be undefined. So that's why we would negate the answer of x equals to -3. Okay, so just because you found the solutions doesn't mean that it has to be the solution. You have to cross-check with the restrictions just to see if you can confirm that there's no conflict between the solutions and the restrictions. And there was one question just like this. There was one question just like this on the SAT. I will show you on Thursday. Yeah, it was a very simple question, but do you understand restrictions?